Have you ever heard whispers from the deep, dark woods? Stories that cling to the trees like morning mist, tales of things that happen when the sun goes down and you're all alone. Tonight, we're venturing into those shadows, exploring the most chilling, unsolved mysteries that the forest has refused to give up. So, dim the lights and get ready, because these stories are not for the faint of heart. Let's begin in the sprawling wilderness of North America, home to countless legends. But some of these legends feel a little too real. Take the case of Dennis Martin, a 6-year-old boy who vanished in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in 1969. One afternoon, he and his brother decided to play a harmless prank on their parents, hiding behind separate bushes. When his brother jumped out to shout boo, Dennis was nowhere to be seen. An extensive search, one of the largest in the park's history, turned up nothing but a single shoe and a sock miles away from where he was last seen. What's truly unsettling is a report from another family who, on the same day, heard a sickening scream and saw a rough-looking man carrying something over his shoulder. That looked like a small child. The man was never identified, and Dennis Martin was never found. Did a stranger snatch him from the woods, or did something else, something hidden in the ancient mountains, take him away? The forest holds its secrets tight. Now, we travel across the Atlantic to the Hoia-Baciu forest in Romania, often called the Bermuda Triangle of Transylvania. This place is a hotspot for the unexplained. People report strange rashes, nausea, and intense feelings of being watched the moment they step under its twisted, unnaturally shaped trees. Locals have avoided it for centuries, telling stories of strange lights, disembodied voices, and shadowy figures flitting between the trunks. One of the most famous incidents involves a shepherd who, according to legend, disappeared along with his entire flock of 200 sheep. Despite extensive searches, no trace of them was ever found. More recently, in the 1960s, a military technician captured a clear photograph of a UFO hovering over a clearing in the forest. Even today, visitors bring back photos with strange orbs and ectoplasmic mist that weren't visible to the naked eye. Electronic devices malfunction without reason, and people report losing track of time, feeling like hours have passed in mere minutes. Is it a gateway to another dimension? Or is the forest itself alive and hostile to intruders? Let's head back to the United States, to a place shrouded in legend and fear, the Bennington Triangle in Vermont. This vast expanse of mountainous woodland gained its eerie reputation in the mid-20th century, after a string of bizarre disappearances. Between 1945 and 1950, at least 5 people vanished without a trace within this area. It started with Mitty Rivers, an experienced 74-year-old hunter who got slightly ahead of his group and simply disappeared. Only a single rifle cartridge was found in a nearby stream. A year later, college student Paula Weldon went for a hike on the long trail and never returned. Several witnesses saw her start her walk, but she vanished into thin air. Then there was James Tedford, who was on a bus traveling through the area. When the bus arrived at its destination, all his luggage was still on the rack and a bus timetable was open on his empty seat, but Tedford was gone. He had vanished from a moving bus. The most haunting case is that of 8-year-old Paul Jeffson. His mother, who was feeding pigs nearby, left him playing in her truck for just a moment. When she turned back, he was gone. Search dogs tracked his scent to a nearby crossroads, where it abruptly stopped, as if he had been lifted straight into the sky. No bodies, no clothing, no clues were ever found for any of these individuals. Local folklore speaks of a man-eating stone that supposedly swallows anything that steps on it, while others blame Bigfoot or something even stranger. Whatever the cause, the Bennington Triangle remains one of America's greatest unsolved mysteries. Our next stop takes us to Japan's infamous Aokigahara Forest, also known as the Sea of Trees. While it's tragically known for other reasons, its dense, dark nature has given rise to countless unsettling tales that have nothing to do with its modern reputation. The forest floor is a tangled mess of roots and volcanic rock, making it incredibly easy to get lost. Compasses are said to be rendered useless by the rich magnetic iron deposits in the soil. For centuries, it has been associated with Yurei, the ghosts of Japanese folklore. It's said that the spirits of those who have perished within its depths remain, their sorrow and anger seeping into the very soil. Visitors and forest workers have reported hearing blood-curdling, disembodied screams echoing through the trees when no one is around. They speak of white, shadowy figures drifting between the trunks and the unnerving feeling of being followed. Some have even claimed to be physically pushed or tripped by an unseen force. Is this just the product of an overactive imagination and a spooky setting? Or are the ancient legends true? Are these tormented spirits truly trapped within the sea of trees, forever wandering its silent, somber paths? The stories suggest that if you stray from the path in Akigahara, you may find yourself a company you never wanted. Finally, we venture into the vast, untamed wilds of Australia to the story of the Daler children. In 1966, Jane, Arna, and Grant Beaumont, aged 9, 7, and 4 went to a popular beach near Adelaide. They were seen playing and talking with a tall, blonde man. Later that afternoon, they used money they didn't have to buy snacks, with a witness saying the money was given to them by the man. They were expected home on the 12 o'clock bus, but they never arrived. They were never seen again. Now, you might be asking, what does this have to do with the forest? This is where the story takes a darker, stranger turn. Years after their disappearance, a psychic detective claimed the children's bodies were buried under a concrete floor in a warehouse not far from their home. The owners allowed an excavation, which drew massive media attention, but nothing was found. However, another theory, one that whispers through the local communities, links their disappearance to a remote, dense patch of bushland hundreds of miles away. Several unconfirmed sightings placed a man fitting the suspect as description, with 3 children in a secluded rural area in the days following the disappearance. The Australian bush is one of the most unforgiving environments on Earth. It's a place where it's terrifyingly easy to disappear without a trace. Did this man take them deep into the wilderness, to a place where no one would ever find them? The case officially remains open, a haunting question mark in Australia's history, a chilling reminder that sometimes the monster isn't a mythical beast but a man who leads children away from the safety of the beach and into an endless dark forest of their own. These forests, from Romania to Japan, from Vermont to Australia, all have one thing in common: they keep their secrets. They swallow people whole, leaving behind nothing but questions and stories whispered around campfires. What do you think is hiding in these dark woods? Are they natural phenomena, human evil, or something supernatural that we can't even begin to comprehend? Let me know your theories in the comments below. What story chilled you the most? If you were captivated by these unsolved mysteries from the heart of the wilderness, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more journeys into the unknown. We have so many more shadows to explore together. Thanks for watching, and try not to think too much about what might be lurking just beyond the tree line. Stay safe out there.